Hi all, welcome to episode 0 regarding the Mallorca Career Modes and Hibernian Career Modes that will drop on FIFA 20 once the game is out. I thought I'd kind of talk about them in detail, kind of discuss the plans that we have for them and see where we go with them for the upcoming year ahead. Because we aim to do quite a lot with the Mallorca and Hibs Career Modes. The aim will be to kind of like win the league, Europe and so forth, kind of just have successful career modes. So obviously that we've had to swap them around to put them in La Liga. I'd like to say thanks to Ches because I watched his video regarding transfer budget. So £2 million is what we'll have to work with. Bit of a challenge, £2 million. So, and we've made quite a lot of transfers. So in reality, the transfers are done for you. All I realistically feel I need is someone, whether it be a defender or a midfielder, just to kind of reaffirm the team, because I feel looking at the squad there's been a lot of good signings that I personally feel that it's been made where it makes the challenges that have been set, that you would get set of like domestic success, being maybe quite low, because obviously the assumption would be the aim is to stay up in the first season. That is the immediate challenge, just to stay up. I'm not I might go for a cup, I might try to go for a cup run in the Copa del Rey. And I'd probably will work on youth development. I would want to work that youth academy, so I might spend some of that money to boost the youth academy accordingly. So like the team is like Manolo Reina in goals. I'd imagine the team will experience quite a few upgrades. Like Manolo Reina, I'd assume, who was very impressive last season. Yes, he may be like 34, but he, in my opinion, should go at least a 70. He's been very, very good for Mallorca as a servant. I think the biggest upgrade with the actual players within the team that like were part of that promotion side could be Lago Jr. He is like around the 70-71 consistently. I think he could go either high silver like 73-74 or even push like that 75-76. I don't know exactly, but he was very impressive on the wings last year. But for me, the biggest impressive signing that the team have made, I would say, is Salabur. He was on loan at St Etienne last season from Guingamp. To get somebody like him on the wings could prove all the difference, especially with this team. Like, I feel a front three of Lago Jr., Chucho Hernandez and Salabur, I'd feel quite confident in myself, knowing that there's quite a bit of pace, decent ability. Lago Jr. is a 4-star, and I would say he's got like, he's pretty well rounded, and I would say put him on that left wing, he will do the business. Salabur on the right, and because I don't play a crossing game, I play a passing game, it will work for Chucho. Like Valagin, Martin Village, I can never say his name right. Tchaikovsky's another new signing. Sadler, who played very well for Plas Gliwice last season, he'll get a nice upgrade, I'd imagine. Allegra's probably going to stay around the 72. Charavira might push to even like a goal, but even 73-74 is half decent. Like, I would say front, in terms of forwards, we're fine. Like forwards, we've got more than enough. Like, I think Chucho and Chavara will probably be my main two. Then midfield wise, it's going to be a bit of work. So at the moment, I would say, looking at the squad, it's looking like a defender is where we'll probably improve. I don't expect to remove Manolo Reina, and like getting Lumor in from Sporting at left back is a big signing as well. So on to the Hibernian Career Mode that we will be doing as well. My hope is to kind of do both like at the same time. So like maybe one day will be Hibs, one day will be Mallorca. But I would imagine it'll just be like one a week maybe, or 2 a week. I'll see how it fits. I'll see what time constraints I have. But Hibs, I would say, is going to be a very difficult one, because of like domestic success will probably be pretty high. Like, obviously they've not got European football in the first season, so that'll be your second season kind of challenge. And youth development is probably something that will be expected to work high on, and same for finances. Now in theory you could technically put financial takeover into this Hibernian Career Mode since Ron Gordon has came in. So technically, in theory, you could go and put a financial takeover in and say, because of new money coming into the club, you've now got an increased budget. So you technically could do that as a challenge. If I want, I could as well. I will put up on Twitter, and like Hibs group something in. If I do the like Hibernian Career Mode, I will explain that. I'll say, if I'm doing Hibs as a career mode, do we implement a financial takeover, or does that make the challenge, or does that make the career mode too easy, or not as attractive? Because if in reality the signings that have been done, I would personally say I would want to improve the squad further, especially up front. I feel Doig, like the team's like just now, the team set up is like a 4-1-4-1. There is no danger I am going to be playing a 4-1-4-1. I will probably play 4-1-2-1-2 or a 4-3-3-4 or something that's at least two players up front, like two strikers, because you're going to play Canberra and Doig, and then you're going to have to fit your team around so that you ensure that you've got Horgan, Vela, probably Malin, Boyle, and then obviously at the back you're probably going to be wanting to play Porteous, and maybe say either McGregor, Hanlon or Jackson. Then left back will probably be Stevenson, right back will probably be Tom James or David Gray. So there's a lot of difficulties with this one. Like Hibs is going to be pretty interesting, and obviously with the amount of signings that have been brought in from like Newell, Scott Allen, Dalberg. I couldn't find Scott Allen at all anywhere in the system, like, which was a bit annoying. Then obviously Maxwell, Marciano, you've got that battle for the number 1 jersey. So this career mode would be very interesting to see how it plays out if you kind of work the first season, or you could do the first season as money spent, and then depending if there's anyone else that's wanting that you want to bring in, then you can do it. But with both career modes, both clubs have made significant signings, so in reality the money that you've still got left, in reality you could say you could keep that to go towards improving the squad for like future seasons. So like in Mallorca's case it's youth development, so you build up on the youth academy, and maybe in Hibs' case it could be the same, just maybe doing scouting for like pre-season, like pre-contracts for like when it comes to January, for if there's any players that may be worth going for, and maybe even same for free agents if there's anyone in that free agent pool worth kind of nabbing, because there's always going to be someone in there that's half decent that fits the team. Like for me personally, I would imagine Marciano should hopefully get an upgrade because he's been very consistent for Hibs, but like players like Whittaker might get downgrade, Middleton might stay around a bronze, like 64, 65. I love how I've mentioned bronze there, Joy's ultimate team. It would be interesting to see who is the highest rated player at Hibs for FIFA 20. I'm thinking it could be Canberra, could be Scott Allen, even though he's not been playing too much. So it will be a definite interesting one. I will say this though, Porteous could be the one player in this team that could be playing week in, week out, and if I'm hoping his potential that they put in is quite decent, like maybe say 81, 82 or even 80. And I genuinely think if you play him for a couple of seasons every week, and as long as he doesn't get injured, he will probably turn out to be at like 10-15 million pound for centre half that kind of makes you the money that you need for the future. So just to kind of wrap it all up, folks, so as I said, Mallorca, I'm thinking realistically probably just one more signing, either it be a loanee, probably either a loan signing if money can happen, or we put the money towards youth development, like focusing on like scouting and just focusing on building up the youth academy. And in Hibernian's case, it could either be a financial takeover due to the Ron Gordon situation that happened early in the summer, and then using the money that he's brought in, say potentially, that could be used to make the Hibernian Career Mode a little bit more interesting, to say, right, this is the way to challenge Celtic, Rangers by bringing in even more fresh talent in, and then just kind of upsetting the apple cart, as it were. But in a sense, you could kind of clear out a lot of players that you don't want and kind of put your own stamp in. So Let me know, folks, in the comments down below what your thoughts of both career modes are and if you're excited for them. But we'll see what happens. As I said, I want to get them done this year. I'm not going to slack on career modes. I want to get these up and running. So take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.